morning, dear students. Now I am going to teach you new chapter, that is integers. So before discussing the integers, let's discuss about the natural number and whole numbers. Clear? Because integers is what? Integers is a set of number that include natural number as well as the whole numbers. So what is whole number? First we will write it. What is whole numbers? Whole numbers. A set of natural number. A set of natural number that include 0 is called whole numbers. Clear? And this whole number is represented by what? A capital W. Then we can write here 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Means till infinite it goes. Okay. So whole numbers means a set of natural number that include 0 is called whole numbers. Okay. Now the question comes then, what is this natural number? Natural number is a set of counting numbers. Clear? A set of counting numbers is called natural number. So here you can write natural number. Natural numbers. So we can write a set of counting numbers called what? A set of counting numbers is called natural numbers and it is represented by capital N. So here capital N, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Clear? So what is the difference between the whole number and the natural number? In whole number 0 is here, but in natural number 0 is not there. Clear? Natural number can be positive also, can be negative also. Clear? Means whole numbers also can be positive and can be negative. So now I am going to discuss the integers. So integers means what? Integers means a set of numbers that include all whole numbers as well as what? As well as natural numbers. Integers. Integers means a set of numbers that include whole numbers as well as natural numbers, and it will be better if you understand through the number line. So this is the number line. Here, this arrow indicates that it can move on in both the sides. Clear? And it includes 0. This side means right side of the 0 we write positive numbers. Clear? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. And left side of the left side of the 0 we write negative numbers. So -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. Clear? So always remember, on a number line we write 0 and right side of the 0 we write all positive numbers and left side of the 0 we write what? Negative numbers. Okay? So these are what? These are positive numbers. These are positive numbers. And these are what? These are negative numbers. Okay, and this one is what? This one is 0. This one is 0. Okay, so this is called as integers and it is represented by what? Capital I. It is represented by capital I. So we can write like this: I is equal to what? Here, dollar -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So like this Yeah. Like this we can write the integers, a set of integers. Okay. Now I am going to discuss the multiplication of integers. Okay. So multiplication of integers. Multiplication of integers. So according to this means according to the multiplication of integers, when two numbers are multiplied together, okay, when two numbers are multiplied together, then in product also we get integers. Okay, and it follows some properties. So first property that I am going to discuss is the closure property. Closure property. So according to this property, when two integers are multiplied, we get a integer as an answer, as a product, like 2 into 3. So 2 into 3 is what? 6. 2 is also integer, 3 is also integer, and so 6 is also an integer. Okay? And one more thing, when two integers with same sign multiply together, we get in answer we get positive integers. Always remember that when two integers with same sign multiply together, we get the positive integers in answer. Like 2 and 3. So here 2 is what? Here 2 is plus 2. Here 3 means what? Plus 3. And we get what here? We got it here plus 6. Same way minus 2. Minus 3. Plus 6. Okay? So here also minus 2. Minus 3. So when minus 2 minus 3 multiplied together, you get what? Yes, you get plus 6. So what I said just now, when two integers with the same sign multiply together, we get in answer positive integers always. But this is also very important. When two integers with different sign multiply together, we get the negative integers in answer. Okay, like minus 2 into plus 3. Plus 3, then we get what? Minus 6. Then plus 2 into minus 3, we get what? Minus 6. So here when two integers multiply together with different sign is here, this is minus, this is plus, this one is minus, this one is plus, this one is minus, but in answer we get what? Always negative integers. Okay. Now the next property that I am going to discuss is commutative property. So according to this property, when two integers a and b multiplied together, then the product of a and b is equal to the product of b and a. Clear? So a into b is equal to b into a. For example, 2 into 3. 2 into 3 is what? 6. And 3 into 2 is also 6. Clear? So this this is possible on the basis of which property? Commutative property. Okay. Now next is the associative property.
Hey, guys, an important message or notice that I want to convey to you all. I am surprised to see that approximately 55% of the students who are watching my lectures aren't subscribed to our channel. Children, I humbly request you to subscribe to the channel, as the benefits lies to you all only because by subscribing to the channel I come to know the lovely response from your side, which motivates me to make more videos which are beneficial for you. Moreover, it boosts my confidence and thus helps me to come up with more beneficial ideas of teaching for you all, which will help you all to study well for various exams. So I humbly request you all to please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Now it is associative property. So according to this associative property, if the numbers are arranged this way, like A into B into C, and A here B and C is in the bracket, and here A and B in the bracket. So if the numbers are arranged like this, then also you get what? Same product. Clear? In multiplication you don't get a different answer. Like here 2 into 3 into 5. So here it is what? 2 into 3. Here 3 and 5 is in the bracket, and here 2 and 3 is in the bracket. So when you solve it, you will get 30 both the side. Clear? So this is the property, and this property is called as what? Associative property. According to this, if the numbers are arranged like this, you don't get a different answer. You get answer what? Same. Okay. Now next I am going to discuss is the distributive property. Distributive property. So according to this, this is about the distributive property. In distributive property, if the numbers are arranged like this, like A into, and here B plus C is what? In the bracket. So you will, and it is after this you get what? AB plus AC. So when the numbers are arranged this way or this way, then it is you get what? Same answer. Clear? And if the numbers are arranged like this, then you can solve it also. You can take it in other way also. That if the numbers are arranged like this, then you can solve it also. Okay. So this is called as distributive property. Okay. And according to this, 2 into 3 plus 5. Clear? So 2 into 3 plus 2 into 5. Both the way you can take. Sometimes you can take this way also, sometimes you can take this way also. Like if the question is given this way, suppose this is the question. Okay? Suppose question is given like this, then how will you solve it? If the question is given like this, you can solve it. 2 is common here, take it out. 2, 3 plus 5, and 2 into 8, this is what? 16. Clear? So if the question is given in this form, then by using the which property you are solving? You are solving by using the distributive property. Okay. Now next I am going to discuss is the multiplicative identity. Okay. So according to this multiplicative identity property, what is that? If any number is multiplied with 1, then the answer is the number itself. Okay. Like A into 1 is equal to what? 8. Then 2 into 1 is equal to 2. Minus 3 into 1 is equal to minus 3. Minus 50 is into 1 is equal to minus 50. Okay. Means what? Means any number when multiplied with 1, then the answer is what? The number itself. Okay. Now the next property I am going to discuss is the multiplicative inverse property. Okay, multiplicative inverse property. So multiplicative inverse. In multiplicative inverse, if according to this property, if any number is a, then its multiplicative inverse will be what? 1 by a. Means just reciprocal of that number is called the multiplicative inverse. So if it is given in the question, write the multiplicative inverse of a. What will you write? 1 by a. A, then you can write 1 by a. Multiplicative inverse of a. Then again multiplicative inverse of 3. Then your answer will be what? 1 by 3. Multiplicative inverse of minus 5. Your answer will be what? 1 by minus 5. Clear? So according to the multiplicative inverse, it is clear. So suppose multiplicative inverse of a means what? 1 by a. Multiplicative inverse of 3. What it will be? 1 by 3. Means what you are doing? You are writing the reciprocal of the given number. Clear? What are you writing? Reciprocal. Clear? Reciprocal of the given number. Reciprocal word I have used here. Reciprocal. Reciprocal of the given number. So multiplicative inverse of minus 5. It will be what? 1 by minus 5. Clear? Now how you will get the questions? So some means you can get questions like this. I am doing it here. All properties mentioned here, means all numbers written here, and you have to find out that these numbers are based on which property. Like suppose first one 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Second 2 into 3 is equal to 3 into 6. 3 into 2. Then the third one, suppose you are getting and here you have to name the property. Clear? The question is name the property for the following. Write the property for the following. So first one, follow which property? Yes, closure property. Very good. Which property here? Closure property. Then the second one, follow which property? Commutative property. Yes, very good. Commutative. Third one, follow which property? Associative property. Correct. Okay. Now fourth one, follow which property? It is distributed. This number is what? Distributed. So distributive property. Distributive property. And this one is identity. Multiplicative identity. Okay? So like this you can get the questions. Okay? Many more questions are there that I will solve in my next video. So till then, you go through my video again and again to clear the basic concept of multiplication of integers. Okay? Whichever book you have of maths, you can go through. In all the book, the chapters are same. The explanation is can be different, but the chapters are same, content is same, and the common content. When you all are going through my video, you will get the correct content, common content, and good explanation. Okay? And this integers topic, generally students find it very boring. They know how to multiply, but they don't follow the property, and they don't know that which property they are following. But being a math student, you should know that you are doing the multiplication, then which property you are following for this, isn't it? So this is very important. Go through this video again and again to clear the basic concept of multiplication of integers, and the questions I solve in the next video. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you very much.